Namaste friends, welcome to Learn with Jay, empowered by Magic Needles. This day I am here with a beautiful textured pattern in the square titled Popcorn's Lace Splash. Splash because there's splash of colors here because I worked with the colorful yarn. Okay, and this comes under the Granny Square series and it is worked in the rounds. And it is of intermediate level. This particular piece took me around 36, exactly 36 grams, and it's a 8-inch square. So for 8-inch square, we require 36 grams of Aran yarn. It's a Aran baby cake yarn that I have used here. Okay, so let's go into the video without further delay. Chain 8. Slip stitch to the first chain and join to make it into a ring. And then you're going to make a cluster with 4 trebles. For beginning cluster, you can chain 3 and yarn over twice. Insert hook, pick up the yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2, again yarn over twice. Here the cluster is made with trebles, 4 trebles. And pull through all the 4 loops on the hook. So the first cluster is made. Chain 3, again make another cluster, chain 5, make a cluster, chain 3, make a cluster. So cluster, chain 3 cluster, chain 5 cluster, chain 3 cluster. So continue for total of 8 clusters. Okay, then I shall also make and get back to you. I've come to the end of this first round. Now we need to chain 5 and join here. Instead, chain 2 and make a double in the very first in the cluster that you made. Having brought the yarn to the center of the space, we need to start with a treble. So you can chain 3 and start with a treble. This is first treble. So yarn over twice. This is one way. Instead, you make a single crochet. You can also do the standing treble if you're comfortable with, and then again stacked one, another single crochet and another single crochet. So 3 single crochets one over the other will give you the height of a treble. Now place 4 more trebles here. And in the chain 3 space, place a single and place 9 trebles in the next chain 5 space, single in the chain 3 space, 5 trebles in chain 5. Continue. I shall meet you where I began. We've come to the end of the second round. I have made the 4 DCs to complete my first corner. Now slip stitch to the very first stitch here and join. Let me do the invisible slip stitch. 1 2 3 4, yeah, 5 here it is. So now this is done. To bring the yarn to the front, what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my hook on the board and pull this tight and bring this yarn to the front, working yarn to the front. So I've made my slip stitch here, and on the middle stitch here I need to make 2 DCs for the half corner. Instead I'm going to place only one single DC here, that is standing DC. Come back, place 2 doubles, chain 2 and doubles, and chain 3 and doubles, and complete the corner. So let me make my first double crochet here, chain 2, skip the next and place a double in the next, chain 2, and on the single crochet you're going to make popcorn stitch, 5 DC popcorn stitch. So make 5 doubles, I have separate video for popcorn stitch, so the link will be posted in the video below, in the description box below, so you can refer to that. Popcorn stitch is made. Now chain 2, skip 2 and place your double in the next, chain 2, skip 1 and place 2 doubles, chain 3, 2 doubles here in the 5th DC of the 9 DC group. So this is the pattern repeat. Chain 2, skip 1 double, chain 2, skip 2 popcorn, chain 2, skip 2 double, chain 2, skip 1 the corner. So continue this on all the 3 sides and let me meet you where I began my first stitch for this particular round. So I've come to the end of this round here. Now chain 2, place the other, that is half of the corner first, that is 2 DCs, and chain 3, place a DC again and slip stitch to the very first DC that we made here. Okay, well, I'll slip stitch and get back to you. I've slip stitched and joined, and in the very first DC I'm going to make a standing double crochet, and under chain 2 space we need to make 2 doubles. So every chain 2 space we make 2 doubles, and on every stitch we make 1 double, and when we come to the corner we place 2 doubles, chain 3, 2 doubles. So when we come to the corner, already we have 2 stitches here, so place 1 double on each of them, and now make this corner. This first corner we had done it incomplete, we have not done the corner there. We started with the DC here, so we have not done the corner here, so let us consider this as the first corner, and and we'll do the last corner here. Now chain 2 doubles, chain 3, 2 doubles. Now this is the stitch repeat. Place a DC on each of the stitches and under chain 2 spaces 2 doubles, and in the corner 2 doubles, chain 3 2 doubles. This is a double crochet row. So continue till the end. I shall meet you where I began here. Come to the end of this round here, and I've placed my last DC. I'm not starting from the corners, I'm starting from somewhere in the middle here. So now slip stitch and join to the very first stitch over here. I'll slip stitch and get back. I have slip stitched and I've just put a security lock here. Now take enough stitch marker, 8 stitch markers. We need to place the stitch marker on the stitches where we are going to do the popcorns for this next round. So that is from this one, that is, don't count the center or the DC on the popcorn. So 1 2 3 4 5, the 6th. This is where we are going to do the first popcorn, the stitch. Then don't count this, 3 6th one from here, and the 4th one from the corner, 1 2 3 4. So these are the places where we are going to place the popcorns. We should not go wrong in this, otherwise the pattern will look very bad. 1 2 3, the 4th one, or the 6th one from here, 1 2 3 4 5 6, this one, and from here 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So it will be the 4th from the corner and the 6th from this, without counting the center DC. If you count the center DC, it will be 7th. Doesn't matter if it takes little time, but place your stitch markers, 1 2 3 4. So if you count this, 1 2 3 4 5, 6th one. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. So having placed this stitch markers, we need to begin our round with the popcorn because we are beginning on the stitch. So let us remove this. Place 5 double crochets in this very first stitch here. So 1 2 3 4 5. Insert your hook in the first stitch, pick up the first popcorn is made. So chain 1 to bind it. Need not even chain 1, directly go to the stitch, next stitch, place a DC in each of the next 3. 1 double crochet in each of the next 3. 1 2 and 3. Skip the next 2 DCs, and in the DC above the popcorn make a DC V stitch, DC chain 3 DC. Then skip 2 and place 1 DC each on each of the next 3. Now we have come to the stitch marker, place your popcorn. Remove the hook, insert from the loop under the first DC, pick up the loop and pull through. Now place 1 DC each on each of the next 3 doubles. Now place 2 doubles, chain 3, 2 doubles in the corner. 2 doubles, chain 3, 2 doubles. So I'll push this aside. Yeah. So now this is the stitch pattern. So when you come back, place the corner 1 DC each on each of the 3 and slip stitch to the first popcorn that we made. So finish the other sides in this line. We have marked the stitch marker, so it should not be difficult. Before and after the popcorn, we make 1 DC each on each of the next 3 and then skip 2 and make a DC chain 3 DC V stitch on the DC which is on top of this popcorn. Okay, so complete the stitches. I shall also complete and get back. We've come to the end of this round here and I have slip stitched to the popcorn. On the popcorn we are not making any stitches, hence slip stitch to the next DC and place a double crochet on the same stitch here. Chain 1, skip 1, place a double crochet, chain 1, place a double crochet under the 3 chains, chain 1 and place a double crochet on the skip the V DC and place a double crochet here in the next DC, chain 1, skip 1 DC and DC on next, chain 1, skip the popcorn and DC on the next DC. Be alert because this seems to be hidden. Chain 1, skip 1 DC on DC, chain 1, skip 1 DC, DC on DC. In the corners make 2 doubles, chain 3, 2 doubles. So this is the stitch repeat here. When you come back, you end up with a DC on the DC just before the popcorn, chain 1 and we need to slip stitch to the very first DC that we made. So when you complete the stitches, come back here. I shall also make the stitches and get back to you when I come over this particular stitch. So after this corner, we begin our first DC on the first DC of the corner, chain 1, skip the next DC, chain 1, skip the next DC, then the stitches continue. We've come to the end of this round here. Now slip stitch. If you like, you can slip stitch and fasten off here, otherwise we can make a single crochet round and a slip stitch round. So let us slip stitch to the very first stitch that we made here and then I'll get back to you once I slip stitch. I have slip stitched here. I have taken the loop from front to back and I have pulled out the working yarn. So now place a single crochet on the very first DC here and 1 single crochet in each chain space and 1 single crochet on the stitch. This is a single crochet round. So and in the corners you can make 2 single you can make a single crochet, chain 2 single crochet or 2 single crochets, chain 1, 2 single crochets. The option is yours. If you want to make the corner pointed, single crochet, chain 3 single crochet. So continue the stitches. I leave the option for the corner to your individuals. For my corner I have done 2 singles, chain 2, 2 singles. So if you wish, you can continue with this pattern. Come to the end of the single crochet round. Now slip stitch to the back loop of the very first single crochet and slip stitch. So we begin our first slip stitch like this and place 1 slip stitch in each of the back loops of the single crochets. So I shall meet you at the corner here. I'll tell you what to do in the corner. I've come to the first corner here. I have 2 chains. So slip stitch to the very first chain, chain 1 and slip stitch to the second chain. So this will give a nice corner. And then slip stitch to each of the single crochets till you reach the corner In the corner, slip stitch into first chain, chain 1, slip stitch to the second. So continue this all around. I shall meet you where I began. So I've come to the end of the slip stitch round. Now we'll do the invisible join and fasten off. So how you join the last is your choice. You may just slip stitch and join. You may make the invisible join, whatever is your choice. You can go ahead with it. So I shall slip stitch, join and get back to you. I did the invisible join here and I shall be tucking this yarn beneath the stitches at the back. So here we go. This is our popcorns and lace pattern square, and you can repeat the rounds where you have the popcorns, the DCs and the chain 1 space DCs to any size you require. Okay, the description box I will be giving you the details, so you can read through and go ahead with that. So thank you friends for watching this video. Hope you like this pattern. This is popcorns and lace with splash of colors, because I have worked with my hobby store baby cake Aaron 3014. This is the yarn I worked with. Okay, please do subscribe to Magic Needles channel, and please do click on the bell icon so that you're notified on the videos that we upload every other day. Please also like and share the videos so that it reaches maximum number of people. Thank you once again. Have a great day friends. I shall be back with yet another pattern in the next video.